Closer, and today I'm gonna report the biography of the author as well as the formalist analysis. So, Philip Reeve. Philip Reeve was born on February 23 in Brighton East, Sussex, England. He is a British and attended Northbrook College, Sussex, where he studied illustration. So, in his early life and career, Philip Philip Reeve developed an early interest in storytelling and visual art. Before becoming a full-time author, he worked in several jobs, including as bookshop assistant, illustrator, and office worker. His background in illustration influenced his descriptive and visual writing style. So Philip Reeve's works are known for imaginative world building, fast-paced plot, and themes such as technology, power, inequality, and survival. So in his literary career, Reeve is best known for the Mortal Engines 2001, Predator's Gold, Infernal Devices, and The Dark Link Plane. So murag sequel sila sa Mortal Engines. And here for the formalist analysis. So, characters. See Tom Nadsworthy, a low-ranking apprentice historian from London who begins as naive and loyal to the system of traction cities. Throughout the narrative, he gradually questions authority and develops independent moral judgment. Next is Hester Shaw, a scarred and emotionally guarded girl driven by revenge against Valentine, the antagonist. Though initially harsh and distrustful, she develops emotional depth through her growing bond with Tom. And next is the Thaddeus Valentine, a respected historian and public figure in London who is later revealed as the main antagonist. He represents corruption hidden beneath authority and intelligence. So the next is Catherine Valentine. Valentine's intelligent and morally aware daughter, anak ni Thaddeus. Katong, yeah, si katong anak atong antagonist, and she investigates her father's secrets and symbolizes resistance from within London itself. Shrike, a stalker cyborg who relentlessly pursues Hester. He combines emotional tragedy with physical danger due to his distorted attachment to her. So, later ma-reveal na og kinsa si Shrike. Anna Fang, a legendary aviator and a member of Anti-Traction League. She opposes traction cities and becomes one of the strongest forces against Valentine. Next is Pandora Shaw, mother ni Hester, and her death and at Valentine's hands motivates Hester's desire for revenge. Tom's friend and fellow apprentice historian, he helps Catherine uncover Valentine's secret. So, si Bevis is uh, friend ni Tom and fellow apprentice historian Magnus Crowe, head of the Guild of Engineers and Lord Mayor of the London. So, he is murag ulo-ulo sa ila sa City of London, the Lord Mayor of London. Dr. Popjoy, an engineer connected to the Medusa project, he symbolizes scientific ambition without ethical restraint. Herbert Melephant, he was a first-class apprentice in the Guild of Historians. So, yeah. Pomeroy, he was a member of the Guild Historians and the mentor. and father figure to Tom. Gensh, ang pilot ni Sajis Valentin, the 13th floor elevator before they were shot by Tom Nadsworthy. Oh yeah, a slave boy in air heaven whose condition reflects exploitation and inequality. Uncle, he is the ruler of Grimsby and the leader of the Lost Boys. Now for the setting. London, the traction city, a massive a massive mobile city that survives by consuming smaller towns. It is structured vertically, which with the wealthy living in upper tiers and the poor in lower levels. This setting reflects hierarchy, industrialization, and systematic inequality. So, sa London, is so yeah. Next is the hunting ground, an open land. Kini siya kay open land where ang where traction cities pursue smaller it will danger competition and there is mahitabo ang mga paghunt and ang ani mga kay ikonsuman sa city ang mga smaller machines or smaller engines para mahimong energy, something like that. Airhaven, a floating trading city suspended in the air. It serves as neutral zone where different groups interact, symbolizing temporary freedom escape from rigid systems. So, see, Airhaven is a floating trading city that it's mobile. So yeah, shield walls represents resistance and stability. So kani siya it separates set static civilizations from the destructive ideology of traction cities. So let's go for the plot. All right. Chapter 1, The Hunting Ground. So in this chapter, gi-introduce niya ang the world of traction cities where large moving cities survive by consuming smaller towns. Uh, London hunts childhood immediately showing the violent and competitive nature of society, while Sinomans introduces a lower class apprentice historian who admires London and dreams of adventure. So he's fun. So yeah. And Chapter 2, Valentine. So here Tom meets dire siya kay ma-meet ni Tom si Sages Valentin, a famous historian whom he deeply admires. Valentin appears kind and heroic, which makes him trustworthy in Tom's eyes. Catherine Valentin is also introduced, creating early emotional interest for Tom. So this chapter ends with Hester Shaw attempting to assassinate Valentin, introducing mystery and conflict. Next is the chapter 3. So there is Tom chases here. Tom chases Hester through the dangerous machinery beneath London. During the chase, Hester accuses Valentine of destroying her life. Valentine later pursues Tom out of the city to protect his secret, revealing first sign of his true nature. So, diri is na-reveal ang secret ni Valentine sa kay Tom, which is para ma-hide to siya is gi-push ni Valentine si Tom out of the city. So, yeah, the chapter 4, The out country. Tom survives outside London and meets Hester again. Hester explains her hatred for Valentine and reveals that her that he murdered her mother. So Tom struggles to accept that his hero is corrupt. The relationship begins with distrust but necessarily forces them in to cooperate. So yeah, the Lord Mayor. Uh back where is it? Back in London, Catherine marries Tom while Valentine hides the truth about what happened. Magnus Chrome and Valentine discuss Medusa, hinting a dangerous secret weapon. Catherine overhears enough to become suspicious of her father. These chapters begin the mystery surrounding Medusa and political ambition. So, diri na nag-start ang suspicion ni Catherine sa iyang father and most uh, uh, ay and na-reveal ang Medusa nga weapon, na-introduce ang Medusa nga weapon. Chapter 6. Diri mag-start ang writing action, The Speedwell. Si Tom ug si Hester travel through difficult terrain and grow closer. Hester reveals more details about her traumatic childhood and the scar Valentine gave her. And Tom begins abandoning his blind loyalty in London. So their emotional connection and slowly ang ilahang emotional connection slowly develops. And chapter 7 Air Haven. So ang nahitabo ni nga chapter is si Tom ug si Hester na abot sa Air Haven, a floating trading city. Tom becomes separated and captured, showing how helpless he is outside London. So, Airhaven introduces a wider world beyond traction cities and reveals different ways of living. And chapter 8, si Jenny, the Jenny Hanover. Tom is brought aboard the airship Jenny Hanover. He experiences confusion and fear but slowly adapts to life among traders and air travelers. So sa diri nga chapter expands the novel's adventurous atmosphere and prepares Tom for greater responsibilities. And the chapter 9, the dinner with Anna Fang. Tom meets Anna Fang, a legendary aviator connected to the anti-traction league. Anna immediately recognizes the danger of Valentine and Medusa. So Hester and Tom gain an important ally, shifting the story from survival to resistance. Chapter 10, An Offer of Help. Anna Fang agrees to help Hester to stop Valentine. Tom becomes involved despite his uncertainty. So during a chapter marks the formation of a united effort against London's corruption and growing threat. So yeah, mostly. So chapter 11, In the Smoke. London continues moving east while Catherine investigates her father's suspicious behavior. She begins questioning the ideas she once trusted. Her internal conflict begins as truth slowly replaces loyalty. So, chapter 12, The Secret. So, dire, ang nahitabo diri nga chapter is na-uncover ni Catherine ang information about Medusa and Valentine and ang involvement sa iyang father, and she realizes the danger threatens entire civilization. So during a chapter increases suspense and exposes the scale of Valentine's ambition. And chapter 13, the 30th floor. Diri ang nahitabo is Valentine secretly leaves the London to retrieve Medusa. His actions reveal that he seeks personal power, not London success. So dire kay ang dire nga chapter nagpakita sa growing selfishness and manipulation ni Valentine. So chapter 14, uh oh no. Ah, hunting prey. Catherine no. Catherine and So dire kay nag-team up si Catherine og Bevis Pod to investigate restricted areas of London. Their action symbolizes resistance from within the city itself. So dire nga chapter builds tension by showing how dangerous and truth can become. The shield wall. London approaches anti-traction league's massive defensive structure. The shield wall, it represents the last major resistance against traction cities. Dire kay nag-approach na ang London sa shield wall. So the strongest defense against Russian League. Uh, dire kay dire na nag-start ang ang increases anticipation for a massive conflict. Chapter 16, Airhaven Falls. So in this chapter is Shrike destroys her Airhaven, proving how dangerous dili na nisulod si Shrike na ayang gi-destroy ang Airhaven, showing how dangerous and powerful he is. And the stakes of the story become more serious and deadly. Chapter 17, The Stalker's Prey. Shrike captures Hester while Tom desperately tries to save her. Tom's determination showing his emotional growth and loyalty. So, dire na-highlight ang no kay si Hester man na siya promise ni Shrike, and na-broke man ni Shrike ang promise ni na-broke ni Hester ang promise ni Shrike. So nasuko si Shrike, and he told Hester nga patyon niya si Hester ana si Shrike. And chapter 18, in the clutches of the stalker, Shrike reveals he once cared for Hester and now wants to turn her into a stalker like himself. Yes, that's the promise nga giingon ni Hester, and ana si Hester nga he will uh he will turn into a stalker in order to para makalimtan ang trauma and nga iyang nakuha, para makalimtan niya ang tanan niya memory. But then mao to na broke gi-broke ni Hester, nakita niya si Valentine nga i, nakita niya si Valentine and gusto niya mag-revenge. Chapter 19, The Dead Continent. Valentine reaches America and locates Medusa, an ancient super weapon capable of massive destruction. So yeah, that's what happened sa chapter 20, 19, I mean. Now for the chapter 20, Prisoners. Tom and Hester are captured by anti-traction league. They begin to understand the broader political conflict in the world. So they were na-capture silang Tom mag si Hester Dre, and na-realize ni Tom nga ang ideology sa London is not universally accepted. So dili accept sa anti-traction league ang ideology sa London. Chapter 21, The League. They learn the League's goal to stop destruct the cities permanently. This challenge all beliefs about how the world should work. So dire, so yeah, that's mostly what happened. Chapter 22, Plans and Promises. Anna Fang plans to stop London and Valentine before Medusa can be used. Alliances form, strategies take shape. So dire kay nag nag take na sila og plan in order to stop London and Valentine nga ma-use ang Medusa. So yeah, that's what happened in chapter 22. So 23, the city of London. London nears the shield wall. Citizens remain unaware of full danger while tensions build behind the scene. So this chapter emphasizes how ordinary people suffer because of leaders' ambition. So diri nga chapter no kay na highlight ang uh, uh, since unaware ang mga tao sa panghitabo sa gawas sa shield and wala sila kabalo if kaya nga na danger. So it na-emphasize jud ang how ordinary people suffer because of leaders' ambition. So chapter 24, Valentine's Prize. Valentine secures Medusa and prepares to use it. His ambition becomes clear. He wants power, not just knowledge. So diri uh uh na na-reveal na gyud nga I mean na overpower na gyud ang kuan na corrupt na gyud si Valentine ang iyang ambition which is to make the London city great nahimo na siya na overpower siya sa morality, yeah, and gusto niya power. Chapter 25, the betrayal. Valentine plans to overthrow London's leadership and control. Medusa himself betraying even the Lord Mayor. So dire kay gusto gyud ni Valentine nga maihalang ang power sa niyang power. So dire yang gibetray si ang Lord Mayor sa London and yeah, iyahang patay. Boom. Escape. Chapter 26, Escape. Tom has escaped captivity and race to stop Valentine, now fully committed to opposing him. In chapter 27, Catherine's discovery. Catherine finally learns the full truth about her father's crimes and plans. She is devastated but determined to stop him. So diri na-discover na yun ni Catherine ang mga secrets siyang father og mga plano. So ana pagani siya nga he is not my father anymore. And determinado siya nga i-stop ang plano siyang father. Next is the attack. London prepares to use Medusa against the shield wall, threatening massive destruction. So, chapter 29, The Chase. Multiple groups rush toward the same goal, stopping Valentine before it's too late. So, dire na nagsugod ang plano nga na i-stop si Valentine before it's too late. The final weapon, Medusa X is activated, demonstrating terrifying power and causing distraction. So, dili kay na-release na ang Medusa nga weapon sa sa chapter 30 and grabe gyud ka destructive ang with Medusa weapon. Asa siya ka if i-contextualize na to karon mura siya nuclear weapon. So, yeah. Chapter 31, The Fall of London. London is destroyed by London is destroyed in the chaos unleashed by Medusa and the battle. So ang London is naguba siya tungod sa gi-unleash nga power sa Medusa nga weapon and og sa battle between the Anti-Traction League og sa London. Next chapter, confrontation. Catherine confronts his father demanding answers. So, diri nag-confront iyang father, gi-confront ni Catherine iyang father nga to explain nga nung nabuhaton niya and yeah, that's mostly what happened. Even yeah. Chapter 33, The Truth. Valentine admits his actions, no, and motivations, revealing his ruthless ambition. So yeah. Tragedy. Valentine kills Catherine in a moment of desperation, completing his moral downfall. So diri no, napatay gipatay ni Valentine si Catherine kay desperado naman si Valentine. No. Chapter 35, Revenge. Hester finally achieves her goal and kills Valentine. So, dira yang naitabo sa chapter 35 is nag uh, nag kuha na sila na na what do you call this, uh, na-achieve na-achieve na ni Hester ang yang goal, which is to make to mag-revenge kay Valentine for killing her mother. So 36, the aftermath. Survivors cope with the destruction. The world begins shifting away from traction city dominance. So dire kay society begins changing as dominant traction cities weakness. So dire kay kini nga chapter nag-focus na siya sa na wala loss, rebuilding, reflection. So yeah, chapter 37, a new beginning. And Tom and Hester live together, free but uncertain, ready to rebuild a new life in a changing world. So dire no kay wala sila clear path kung aha sila. Nangutana si yeah, wala sila clear path kung aha sila madto, and they said na kung asa dalon sa hangin. So yeah, the end. Themes. A power built on destruction eventually destroys itself. In mortal engines, Destruction City survive by consuming weaker towns, showing how society is driven by greed and domination create cycles of violence. London's eventual collapse demonstrates the systems founded on exploitation cannot last forever. So number two, blind loyalty can prevent people from recognizing the truth. Tom initially admires London and trusts Valentine completely as he uncovers hidden crimes and corruption. He realizes that unquestioning obedience can make people ignore injustice and manipulation. Third is revenge may satisfy anger, but it cannot erase pain. Hester dedicates her life to avenging her mother's death, although she eventually kills Valentine, the emotional wounds and losses she experienced remain, showing that revenge does not fully heal suffering. Number 4, technology becomes dangerous when ambition outweighs morality. When Medusa weapon symbolizes humanity's misuse of advanced technology, characters like Valentine and Magnus Chrome pursue power without considering ethical consequences, leading to destruction and chaos. Social inequality creates division and suffering. London's vertical structure separates the wealthy from the poor, reflecting class inequality, those in lower tiers experiencing hardship while the upper class enjoy privilege, revealing the unfairness and hierarchical society. Next is symbolism. Traction cities. Traction cities represents industrial system that sustain themselves through destruction. So they symbolize unchecked progress and consumption. Hester's car nag-symbolize sa trauma, identity, and exclusion. It visually reinforces her separation from society. The Medusa weapon, nag-symbolize siya this. No, this is very obvious. But this represents destructive potential and of forgotten technology and humanity's past mistakes. Disposal of waste. The unseen system that discard waste from traction cities symbolize hidden consequences of progress. While the upper levels enjoy comfort, the byproducts are pushed out of sight, reflecting how societies ignore the damage they produce. Next, conflict, man versus self. Tom struggles between loyalty and London is developing moral awareness. So, Hester struggles between her desire for revenge and her capacity for trust and connection. Man versus man, see Hester, see Valentine, driven by revenge and justice. Shrike and Hester, representing control, ownership, and past trauma. Man versus society, Tom and Hester versus the system of traction cities. The anti-traction league versus the elegy of municipal dwarfism. Darwinism. Think